Whoa. Yes, people there. Well, welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good in the hood? Boy, it's official. Gabriel is out. Gabriel is out for a little while, man. Ha. Not good news. You can almost take it because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? He spent 20 million, Key War 42 million, Calafore 40 million, Timber 50 million, Ben White. And if most of them guys are about, even where Everton, Real Madrid, we should have a half a decent chance of getting results, especially in the first leg at least. Like, personally, but we don't know about the injury situation. I've heard today that Ben White was training, Timber wasn't around as far as I know, Calafore wasn't around, obviously Gabriel wasn't around. But at this moment, if we could forget Saturday, Everton, but if we could if we could have at home to Madrid on Tuesday, White at right back, Skelly left back, Calafore, Saliba in the centre, it ain't as bad. Or preferably Timber left back, Ben White right back, because I do worry about Skelly at left back against Rodrigo, Mbappe, etc. Daniel here is coming in, which means we're going to win the league. Well, at the end of the day, I've still got a couple of alarm bells on this one. It's definitely a doable deal. Number one, he's got a release clause. And I know you're not stupid, bro. Whether it's Germany or the Premier League, a release clause is a release clause. It's £50 million. I wonder why no one else has activated, especially Barcelona, Real Madrid. Barcelona have been buying, but not as much recently. They still got Dani Olmo over the line last year, which allegedly was 42 mil, even though there's stories in Spain say now there's trouble with Olmo. It was actually a loan, and they have to pay the 42 million at the end of this season. Something maybe worth looking into. Real Madrid have never tried to touch him. Atletico Madrid, and they've spent money in the past. They spent a lot of money last summer, 82 million on Alvarez. They spent just over 30 million on a Premier League flop from Palace. What was it? Alexander Sorlev. And they bought another striker, I think, for 10, 15 mil. What I'm saying is 85. Atletico Madrid spent about 130 million pounds on strikers last year. They didn't want Williams. Why does no one want Williams? Not even a Saudi club seems to have tried it. Now, the rumour is he earns 350 grand a week at Atletico Bilbao. Well, if Barcelona and Real Madrid can't afford to pay them wages to their top earners, how the fuck is Atletico Bilbao? Regarding Arsenal, well, we give Havertz 350 grand a week. We give, like, you know what I mean, normal players, average players 350 grand a week. So for me, personally, we should have done it a year ago. Do you know what I mean? He's 21, 22. He's obviously a good prospect. But yeah, I've got a little alarm bell over him. Why hasn't Paris Saint-Germain tried it? They bought Desiree Douy last year for 50 million, who can't get a game. Bayern Munich haven't tried it. Do you know what I mean? Which number 9? So, well, it's interesting. Good evening, Linda. Basically, it's going to be the obvious, bros. The strikers no one else wants. Gorkarez again, for the last year, has had an £85 million release clause. There is rumours that the new sporting director, Andrea Berta, does like Victor Gorkarez. Or perhaps he doesn't like him that much. He just doesn't think Benjamin Sesko is that great. I hear from people that are close to the club today that Arteta's number one striking target still is Benjamin Sesko. What do you think of Benjamin Sesko, bro? I believe he's got about 10, 11 goals this season in the Bundesliga. without being disrespectful to the Bundesliga. You know what I mean? Harry Kane showed you didn't need no time to bed that down in Germany. Do you know what I mean? He's breaking records left, right, and centre. I think he got to like 30 or 40 goals in his first season, quicker than Lewandowski did at Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund. So Harry Kane is a prime example of, you know what I mean? And with all respect, you know what I mean? Leverkusen won the league last year. Bayern Munich won at their very best. So that 10 goals in Germany, what does that mean? 3, 4, 5 in the Premier League? That ain't enough to win the league, number one. Dusan Vlahovic. Well, I actually wouldn't. I think Sesko is actually quite a good footballer. I think he could, not to just say he should only be a bench player or a number 2 striker. I think he would be a really good option to bring off the bench for Arsenal, Benjamin Sesko. I think the way forward for Arsenal this season is getting a Lille striker. He scored against Liverpool, Real Madrid. Come on, guys, he scored more Champions League goals than certain Arsenal players have played. I would be going for this Jonathan David from Lille. Canadian. He's on a free transfer. I would definitely be doing this deal, 100%. And then all my money would go in a massively good striker. I hear, Daniel, here, you still with me? I hear 2 or 3 deals are actually done, which scares the crap out of me. So sorry, I'm on the phone. It absolutely scares the crap out of me because none of them are strikers. It absolutely scares the life out of me. Who the fuck are you? Let's just get back to that one. Oh, yeah. And I'm actually kind of surprised we're not. Good evening, Victor. I'm surprised we're not giving a new contract to Thomas Partey. He's had a really good season, Robs. For me, he's had a better season than Declan Rice. Unless we're putting Skelly in his rightful place next season, central midfield, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. Obviously, Rice, Marino, I'm pretty sure Zubimendi, but then who? Are we going to go for a young guy, Severina Pan? Is it going to be Havertz who's going to play as a central midfielder again? Because we're probably going to buy a striker. That is a massive worry for me. I know he won't just drop or sell Havertz. So hold on, so sorry. Yeah, man, Zubimendi apparently is done, man. I don't know if this is anything to do with Berta or if this was because Arteta is clearly the boss. But I hear that is very, very, very close. The only thing that can stop Zubimendi joining Arsenal is if Barcelona or Real Madrid were to come in for him. That is obviously his preferred destinations. He would prefer to stay in Spain. But yeah, Arsenal seem to be knocking on the door. Now, he did turn down Liverpool last year, which I can't believe it. He could be a Premier League winner right now if he didn't turn down Liverpool. Again, I've got massive, massive, massive suspicions about Zubimendi. You know what I mean? Let me just say I'm live. Hold on, let me just grab my link. It'll make it so much easier. But do be liking it, do be subscribing, my people. Daniel, he do get a like on the video. Same with you, Vic. Linda, who else was with me? Let me just quickly get the link out there. So sorry. Now, motherfuckers. Where is the usuals? Like the Liakers in the building. But shouts out to all my real ones. Do be liking, do be subscribing. But I hear Garcia is done. Bro, if that's true, these are people we've been linked with for the last year. These ain't very imaginative signings. These are average at very best. And I don't believe we needed a Andrea Berti or any CEO to get that sorted. I don't know what have you actually seen about Zubimendi that you like? Because I've seen nothing. I see on X and Twitter the other day and TikTok how amazing he was in the 4-4 draw with Real Madrid. I watched it. I don't think he was that amazing. I watched him a couple of weeks earlier against Man United. I thought he was very average. I've watched him for Spain. I thought very average. So I thought he was a very, 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 very average player. And number 9 should be the priority. But I hear we're prioritising Zubimendi. We've obviously all heard the rumours today about Williams, which I do embrace. I do love that. You re-offend him. I do personally, because we've only got Martinelli or Trossard. And you see, if Martinelli ain't on form, which he hasn't been for 2 years, Trossard gets the arsehole, we're banging trouble. Do you know what I mean? Arteta has his favourites. People like Marino, Havertz will walk back into the team. I have a feeling Havertz will be a central midfielder next year. If Arsenal was to make a move, I believe someone would come in for him. A Liverpool, a Chelsea. I'm surprised Chelsea haven't snapped him up already. So I reckon there'll be more movement. All of this Andrea Berti talk, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that pretty just means, yeah, it's an agent trying to get interest. Obviously, Bilbao have had enough, you know what I mean? Apparently, they're pissed off with his inconsistency, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't read anything into that 350 grand a week that he earns. Come on, man. If you look at even Google and everything, and look at Real Madrid and Barcelona's and Atletico Madrid's wages, none of their players allegedly get 350 grand a week. Not even Kylian Mbappe, which does massively surprise me. Boy. So, yeah. I don't believe he's on 350 grand a week. And I don't believe that would scare off every team in the world. PSG, again, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea. And again, Daniel, the number 9 has to be the right one. Oh, again, that sounded wrong. Let me rephrase that. I'm saying it'll be just our luck for Chelsea or Liverpool to come call him. Put it this way: Sancho's been shit. Chelsea is the type of team that would like to cock block us. As Lee's here, look at Mikhailo Mudryk. You know what I mean? They would love to try and get Williams. And £50 million is not too much for Chelsea. Yes, Lee. Liverpool, if they lose Salah, apparently there's already rumours Diaz has got a contract situation, and he's been linked with Arsenal and Barcelona, Diaz. I would be, yes. How do I answer this? Bro, he's a massively good talent, but there's a reason why Barcelona and Real Madrid and PSG and Bayern Munich haven't gone for him. He thinks he's a little bit better than he is. He's massively inconsistent. I haven't noticed him win the cup or the league with Bilbao in Spain. But anyway, looking at his career stats, yeah, they're really bad. In La Liga, in the last 5 years, he has scored 15 goals in 5 years. In the Europa League, in 10 games, he has scored 4 goals. In the Spanish Cup, He has scored 1 goal. So that worries me. His best season was not last season, the season before. 31 games, 5 goals, 11 assists. Last year, 4 goals, 5 assists. And in 22-23, he got 6 goals, 4 assists. So, he has got 20 assists and 15 goals in his career. That is the reason why Barcelona and no other motherfucker have bought Nico Williams at the very reasonable price of £50 million. I'm very 50-50. The thing is, I know there's a good player in him, and at £50 million, who is better out there? £50 million gets you Ben White. 35 million gets you Vieira. Clearly not good enough. We've tried the cheaper options, you know what I mean? With all respect, Trossard 28. So for me, it's either you go to the top tier or just whack us in and have a Trossard on the wing. Do you know what I mean? Another guy that's a little bit inconsistent, ain't that great, do you know what I mean? Not exactly going to be trying to win any Ballon d'Ors anytime soon. As for Martinelli, what do you do with this guy? But Nico Williams, yeah, because he's still young and 50 million quid, I'd still give him a chance, most definitely. So come on, Lee Akers, UE, did any of you do your due diligence on Nico Williams? 15 goals in his career. Again, Salah can get that in 3, 4, 5 games. Haaland can get that in 3, 4, 5 games. This is why Barcelona and Real Madrid never signed him. Quite simply. It's like in Germany. Like even the second biggest club, or they were until at least last season, or at least they still were till last season. What was I saying? Lee Akers had to come in. UE, good point. But do you know what? I would rather spend £140 million then on one player, and let's be real, it would be done with add-ons and everything. It wouldn't be 140 mil up front. Rather than sign another Jesus, 60 mil, another Havertz, yeah, 65 mil, and whatever we do this season, say Sesko, 60 mil. If you add all of them 60 mils up, you've pretty much got yourself at Isaac. Do you still want that? Not now. Rewind back to that same window, you would have been fine at the club. And it's very true. But I can, without even breaking into a sweat, tell you £140 million that Arteta has wasted. Do you know what I mean? So, where do you start? You know what I mean? We can start with Vieira, 35. Lokonga, 17. Should we start on his goalkeepers like Matt Turner's and that? All of them ones. Bruno G, wanting to be a risk. Nah. I like him. And at the end of the day, realistically, I would take him. But no one took him last year, Lee, and he had a very public get-out clause of £99.9 million, which had to be paid over 3 years at £33.3 million per season. Yeah, 100 mil is a lot of money for Bruno Guimaraes, but 33 million a season, I don't know. So if any team wanted him, they would have probably done it last year. That's why a club won't spend majority on one player. I totally hear that, but there's a but at the end of that. Because again, all right, Garcia, 25 million. I'm sure that 25 million that we will spend, yeah, I've heard that deal is done for the Espanyol goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? Is money that's pretty much unnecessary. Uh, Zumamendi, without saying it's unnecessary, why sign his mate the year before if his mate is just going to replace him in the left-hand side of the centre midfield? Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Or clubs would have tried to sign him. I totally hear that, bros. But again, you can end up with exactly what you've got. We should have done it. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we spent £33 million on Mourinho. I'd rather gave that to Newcastle and owed them another 233 mils. I see the sense in not just getting one player. Last season, we should have signed one player. Oh, I don't know. Last season, I think we needed a winger. Do you know what I mean? Because of the form of Martinelli and Trossard, we know Saka can't go on playing every game, every fucking season in, season out. That writing was always on the wall. We needed a number 9 last summer. Bruno is not better than Tilda. Bruno, 60 mil. If I could get him for 60 mil, yeah. But then you'll get a lot of other people. Man City would take him. I'm pretty sure, almost publicly, Guardiola admitted last January when Man City started spending again. He liked Bruno, but not at the price that he'd been quoted. Well, this is $1 million question, but this is where Zubamendi comes in. We've got Rice, and where he won't admit defeat, like Havertz, he's going to keep and give minutes to Mourinho. So that's 3 central midfielders. Yeah. I hope the 4th option in central midfield is Skelly. I reckon he'll be a left back. We're going to get rid of KT, Zinni, and possibly Kiwa. That means we've got no left backs at the club. So I reckon Skelly is going to be a left back next year. But there's a little bit of talk here. It's obviously going to be Zubamendi, Mourinho, Rice. And I did see as well Horse's Mouth interview with Calafiori the other day. Me and the boss were talking. I would love to play in the midfield. I think it's something that I'd be really good at, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that aside, hopefully not. Or if we can't get none of the quality, I would actually give him a 1-year contract. But I think the idea with Party is to get him and Jorginho off the wage bill. Jorginho earns 150, 160. Party earns 200. That's if you get rid of both of them on free transfers, that's 350 grand a week you save on both of them. Zubamendi comes in. Obviously, he doesn't earn 350 grand a week. He plays for Real fucking Sociedad. I take it we give him 120, 130. So that's less wages than Jorginho and Thomas Partey already. Then we have been linked with that Larsson, central midfielder, Swedish, at Frankfurt. And we've also linked last January with Sevre Napan. Trossard, funny you say that. I actually did read. It was one of the worst tabloids out there. But I actually read everyone is up for sale. Wasn't enough last season. I see why the club are going cheaper. And more players we need. Well, the club will have to be careful because if you're going to bring in let's just say a Sesko at 60 mil and he scores 10 league goals, well, I can already promise you now we don't win the league. That them 10 league goals is not enough to win the league from Sesko. I'm not even sure if he scores 10 goals in England. You know what I mean? He's got 10 in Germany this year. This should have been a big year for him. Do you know what I mean? But no. And any time I've watched him, he very rarely does something game changing. So again, I think Sesko is he really that much better technically? Is he more technically gifted than Havertz? Is he a better pound for pound striker than Gabriel Jesus? Don't get it wrong, I'd rather him than Jesus and Havertz, but it's like get rid of Havertz for free, get rid of this guy. I'm not saying get rid of Havertz, but get rid of Jesus, get rid of this guy, and just bring in players at the same level. Fuck it. You may as well let everyone stay the same. From everything I've seen live football, UE, I go Gorkarez. But again, that is a never massive risk. And there is even a couple of pundits getting onto that now. Troy Deeney. I heard Ali McCoy say the other day about his record being non-existent until he hit Portugal. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's going to hit the peak of his career and just he's going to be a goal machine and he peaked late. Yeah, right. Do you know what I mean? And be a very good striker in 2 years' time when he's 29. I'm saying that £70 million, for me, that should be job done money. And again, next season, I don't know if it's job done with the title with Victor Gorkarez. Let me give you an example. Harry Kane has got a £55 million release clause at the end of the season. I'm not saying I want Harry Kane. He's obviously older as well. What is he, 31? 30, 31? But what I do guarantee is if we sign Harry Kane for 55 mil, cheaper than Gorkarez at 70 or cheaper than Sesko at 60, yeah? Depending on how many goals he gets, Sesko. But we could even get him still for 50, 55. It depends on how many goals he gets, on how much his release clause is. I don't know, do you get where I'm going? Where are you going, Linda? Don't you dare. Make sure you're a big like on the video. I think Bruno until it's quite close. Till they went average this year, I say Cosby's been better. Cosby has been better. I expect a lot more for a £100 million player, bro. You know what I mean? Because it isn't like he is there for goals and assists and blah, blah, blah. He's there to read the game and win us midfield battles. Sell them all. I would trust on. Gorkarez, but very slightly. But then again, Sesko at 21. Ooh, maybe he got him when Party leaves. Such an underrated player. But I totally agree, and I'm going to be gutted as well. Especially if it's just Mourinho and Zubimendi knocking around. Because I fully believe Thomas Partey is a better footballer, pound for pound, in everything that you do in the centre of midfield. Is better than Mourinho and Zubimendi. Partey's proved that this year. Arteta didn't even like him, but he plays him over the guy he bought last summer. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to be gutted as well, Lee. But who knows? This guy did come from Atletico Madrid. I'm pretty certain Andrea Berta was the guy that may have brought Thomas Partey to Atletico Madrid. So, who knows? Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. If you are new, look at the fucking jammies. UE, Trossard, Clausa, Linda, what are you thinking about what I'm saying? What do we think? What about you, Vicky? Lee, UE, what are you saying? What about the Williams stats? I think UE started off with, you know what I mean? Why is no one in the world, Barcelona, Real Madrid, bought Nico Williams? I've given you a straight answer. because he's a little bit high. He's explosive, but in short, small doses. I believe under Klopp, Guardiola, he's a wonderful player. Can Arteta get the best out of Williams? Who knows? Interesting. I tell you what, here, the way we like to whip out wages, 350 grand a week to Havertz, I'd go for Virgin van Dijk as well. Fucking look at the fucking jammies. I've liked twice. Have you really? Evening, Chloe and Linda. PC Victoria. Bros, I'd love to do that. Because even at 32, bros, you know what I mean? You can get 3 or 4 Premier League winning seasons out of him. Do you know what I mean? Not that I would sell Saliba or Gabriel, and Saliba, Gabriel, and Van Dijk. That's almost too much to have at one club. Obviously, you want to be the best in the world, but which one of them two sit on the bench? Them three, sorry, would sit on the bench. The only way that happens, bros, and to make it worth giving him 300-400 grand a week for 3-4 seasons, is if, like, for example, say Al Etihad did come in and put £100 million cash money on the table for Gabriel. It's going to be hard to turn down. Now, you have to think, all right, we could buy a defender. Well, it ain't that easy. Look, he's bought Calafiore. He's bought Ben White. They weren't that cheap. They bought that was almost 100 million between them. So what would be the point? Unless there was a defender out there on a free transfer, like Virgil van Dijk, or a defender that's definitely going to be able to replace a Gabriel if you sold him. And when I say if you sold him, again, this is not something I'd like to do. If that gave you the finances to go get an Alexander Isak without making you weaker at the back. I believe with Virgil van Dijk, God bless Gabriel, we're not necessarily weaker next season at the back. He's on a free at the end of the day. And I tell you what, if I was the new Arsenal CEO, if I was Andrea Berta, and we really did have this Saudi interest in Gabriel, I'll try and milk them. I'll put it out there now. He's available for 120. See if we can get 100 mil for him, cash money. With that 100 mil, you bring that to Newcastle. You go get yourselves fucking Isaac. A guy, touch wood, as long as he stays fit, would get 30 goals a season in an Arsenal shirt. There's a problem with selling Havertz, bro. Like Arsenal have done for years and years. Who buys him? Someone would have to particularly want him. Again, when we got him from Chelsea, there was no stampede. And on 350 grand a week, there's only a handful of clubs that can afford to pay 350 grand a week to players. Like allegedly, even if you go Google it right now, even though I don't believe it, I'm sure brown envelopes and secret bank accounts are involved. But Kylian Mbappe doesn't even earn anywhere near 350 at Real Madrid. And he joined on a free transfer. And with all respect, that's fucking Kylian Mbappe, not Kia fucking Havertz. In fact, nobody at Real Madrid is on 350. I don't know how Chelsea are swinging it with Caicedo and half of the players they've got, but apparently everyone at Chelsea now earns about 80 grand a week. It has to be bonuses and brown envelopes. Because even though I know 80 grand is a fabulous amount of money for the average guy to earn, for Premier League footballers, especially if you've ever played for Arsenal, you're going to feel shortchanged. We give out 200 grand a week to Thomas Partey, 265 grand a week to Jesus, 200 grand a week to Zinchenko. It's on fucking real. This is what I'm saying. Nobody knows what's going on at Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? UE last night on the stream said Barcelona have got money in the summer. I definitely don't believe that. I believe they're definitely broke. Now, the Dani Olmo situation, allegedly, according to like football authorities and transfer markets and whatever you can look at online, Dani Olmo was signed by Barcelona last year for 42 million. Over the last day or two, I know it's been breaking, but that it was breaking in January that you could leave for free because they couldn't pay him and put him into the wages because obviously they had no more wages if a couple of their players come back on loan. But let's get to the point. Now the rumours going around that they got him from RB Leipzig for £42 million, but took him on loan with the agreement to pay him this summer. Allegedly, word on road is they ain't got enough to pay the 42 million this summer. This is Real Madrid, Barcelona. I'm sure they'll sort it somehow. They always do. They sent Victor Roque out on loan this season. I think he's a decent little player. And they've got little midfielders coming through. That I like. What's one called? Casado. Little young players, you know what I mean? They'll get decent monies for. So don't worry about Barcelona, my brother. But do be liking, do subscribing. Where's everyone gone suddenly? Should we get the stream out again? What's going on there? My link here working. Why are you talking bollocks? What? I mean, the link ain't working. Someone asked me for the channel. They're saying my link ain't working. Of course it is. Talk such blasphemous shit to me. All right, who's with me? Give me some questions, guys. Do be liking, do be subscribing. Big up John Boy as well. I'm sure he got me a couple of new subscribers last night. Darren the Don himself and son Reese. So shouts out to you both. Yeah, I must seem so depressed, like the most pessimistic Arsenal fan. But seriously, Garcia done. There's probably goalkeepers on fucking free transfers that are better than him. Liverpool are going to lose Carragher. They're number 2. We've all seen him play Champions League football for Liverpool. He played for them the other day. Alisson is so fucking injury prone. Like one of the best keepers in the world, but so injury prone. Arsenal will be fucked with a goalkeeper like that. But Liverpool have got a brilliant number 2. But they're losing him in the summer because he's finally pissed off. But they have got a very good keeper coming over from Spain, 21, 22. Brilliant little prospect, you know what I mean? And again, if you wanted Zubimendi, sorry to go on about it, why not buy him last year? Why spend 32.5 million on Mourinho when 52 would get you the player you want? All right, nice one for that. Nice one for that. Good to know, bro. Nice. So yeah, what is your final thoughts, people? Before I do disappear, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Trossard, you're a gangster, but yeah, Barcelona. If they've really got financial fair play, man, I'd love Balde. I know again, Arsenal shouldn't be looking at left backs, and I criticise Arteta for going for left backs and left-footed central defenders, but Katie is gone. Kiwar is probably gone. Zinni is gone. And Skelly is not a left back. I'll try to say to Barcelona, here's 45 mil. And take Zinchenko for free. Give us your boy Balde. But yeah, they'll probably be fine. They'll sell the rights to their stadium to Spotify or some other bastard company or some company in Saudi. Because that's what they keep doing. They keep fucking selling the rights of something, getting 100 mil in, and then everything's all cool. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, Lewandowski is probably going to be allowed to leave this summer because he's one of their highest earners. But guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Any more comments before I go? 40 minutes on the clock. Let's just take 2 draw this out. And Dani Olmo, As good as he is, bro. Like, where is even Havertz if we are to buy a striker play next season? Odegaard is his number 10. I know you need competition, but Homo's a number 10 like. We should, yeah, this summer we've got to address what we need badly. And again, we need a winger badly. We've needed a number 9 for how long? But I know he's going to prioritise his Zubamendi and his Garcia backup goalkeeper. Then maybe a Williams, and then see what's left in the fucking kitty for a striker. If you're serious about buying a striker to win you the league, you don't start scratching around in the kitty at the end of the window. You get that done first. That's why if we're on like a £60 million budget, the most we can spend on a striker for Gorka and Sesko, I swear to God, as fucked up as it is, no matter how old he is, go get Harry Kane. He'll give you 3 fucking years. In 3 seasons, he'll probably score you 100 goals. What's the point of buying someone that might score goals, ifs and maybes, etc.? That doesn't work for me. But guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. I'm gonna get the fuck out of the building. Peace out to everyone that's been here. UE, King Trossard, Linda, Vicky, Clauser. Can't remember who else was here. Daniel, he was in the building. So shouts out to all of you. I will be back when? Tomorrow is Friday. Saturday, Goodison Park. Right, they were on a 9-game unbeaten run. Obviously, they got done by Liverpool yesterday. Liverpool surely have confirmed the title. Transfer news. Arsenal have been linked with Anthony. It is a priority deal, according to certain sources. Dean Hodgson is on his way to either Liverpool, Chelsea, or Real Madrid. He has a £49 million release clause. Arsenal and Man United is the most likely destination for Victor Gyökeres. And Ollie Watkins has popped back up on the radar of Arsenal wanting a striker. And I believe that is because, like UE says, we're not going to spend 120, 130 on getting the striker that we need. We're not going to spend 50, 60 on a 31-year-old striker, even though he's English and he's an ex-Tottenham player, but he would score you goals. We're going to go for a Sesko or something. This guy might not score you goals, man. That there is a massive risk. Seriously. Sesko is a risk. For Gyökeres, just turning 27 is a risk. He's had a year and a half of amazing stats in Portugal. Before that, he was pretty normal. Trust me. Go Google it. He was quite average and quite a normal striker. But no one's commenting, people, so I am going to get out of it, even though I'm preparing a quick zoo. Let me just do this zoo real quick and then I'll get out of the building. So shouts out to everyone. Again, my advice to Arsenal, Arteta, the board, our new CEO, just aim high, man. Even if you have to leave a position on field, or like Real Madrid used to be, 1 Galactico a year, just bring me Isaac rather than just an average striker and an average midfielder like Zubamendi. I'm so confident that if you play Skelly in the centre of midfield next season, he could be as good as Zubamendi. He's left-footed. Zubamendi is left-footed. What's the difference? Is Zubamendi so much better than Skelly? I think it just I think it just stunts fucking the big man Skelly's growth. He's obviously got Mourinho as well, even though we all know he's shit. So yeah, I'm as confused. So guys, do be liking, do be subscribing, and I will catch you all probably tomorrow for a 10 p.m. live. But if I don't get live tomorrow, you'll catch me live 12:30 p.m. away at Everton, Goodison, and Tuesday is Real Madrid. What a fucking few days. And the injury crisis, just, yeah. I hear Ben White was at the Sober Reality fucking rehab, whatever the fuck our training ground is called today, but no sign of Timber or Calafiore. For me, that is a huge fucking problem. Boy, let's just hope, I don't know. Let's just hope they both come back. But yeah, I'm sure in the next few days, by Everton will know who's got a chance of making Madrid. If Ben White, Timber, Calafiore are all on the bench, or if any of them start, they're probably cool for Madrid. So yeah, roll on Saturday, roll on Everton away, and we'll know how badly Real Madrid are going to fuck us up. Imagine their front four: Bellingham, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinny Jr., Skelly, Kiwa. Put your seatbelts on, buckle up. It could be one fuck of a ride. Good night, people. God bless. Please be liking and please be subscribing. I'll catch you tomorrow at 10 p.m. at Everton away Saturday live watch along 12:30 p.m. Keep it real, people. Real Madrid coming. Let's hope we get some of our defenders back from the treatment table. Fuck the injury list. God bless. Peace out. See you later, people. Come on, you guys.